Resident Evil 4 Remake is outpassing Resident 2 and 3 Remake sales. Capcom's last remake of the popular game Resident Evil 4 has sold 3 million copies in its first 2 days of release, making it the fastest selling of Capcom's remakes. The developer confirmed that the series has now sold more than 135 million units overall. The PC version of the game reached an all-time peak of more than 168,000 concurrent players on Steam. The game has received positive reviews and is praised for capturing everything that made the original game special. An old-school RuneScape player, Hebox Jong, has won a speedrun challenge to get a max cape in a record-breaking time of 771 hours. The challenge requires fully leveling all 23 skills to 99, which achieves a total level of 2277 and requires around 300 million total experience. That's crazy. The previous record for achieving this feat was 2156 hours. Both Hebox Jong and the previous record holder used the same rule set, which involved using a standard unrestricted account and measuring playtime in-game. The skill levels required to achieve the max cape scale exponentially, making it a challenging and time-consuming process. It is unlikely that anyone will attempt to beat Hebox Jong's record due to the significant amount of time and effort required to achieve the feat. The associate game director of Diablo 4 has teased that there are many more legendary powers in the game beyond what was showcased in the recent open beta. He revealed on Twitter that the Codex of Power in the beta contains less than half of all the legendary powers that players can find in the game. The director also stated that there are many bizarre, exciting, and balanced legendaries yet to be discovered in the game. This follows a trend of Diablo 4 keeping a lot of its features under wraps, with reports that the full map of the game is much larger than the playable beta area. Diablo 4 is set to launch on June 2, 2023 across PC, PS5, PS4, Xbox Series X, and too many platforms, Xbox Series XS and Xbox One. Do you remember Forspoken? The game that got 1.8 user score on Metacritic and played a role in the recent leadership changes at Square Enix. Well, it's getting a DLC titled In Tanto We Trust. The DLC is a prequel to the events of the main game and is set during the Purge of the Reddick, a major conflict in the game's lore. The DLC promises new abilities and combat strategies for the protagonist and appears to focus heavily on combat with massive hordes of enemies. In Tanto We Trust is set to release on May 26. I bet you didn't know that this Witcher school even existed. The Witcher 3 community is finding humor in the low-quality graphics of the game's birds, with a subreddit post featuring a gloriously low-poly pigeon gaining attention. The official Witcher game Twitter account got in on the joke, creating a new Witcher school by superimposing the face of a low-poly pigeon onto Geralt's iconic Witcher 3 wolf medallion. CD Projekt, the game's developer, seems to be getting a kick out of the community's reaction. Meanwhile, CD Projekt's upcoming Project Sirius has been rebooted internally, indicating that it will not be released anytime soon. Guerrilla, the developer of Horizon Forbidden West, has been working on the game's clouds for several years, with technology in development since Horizon Zero Dawn. The artists working on the game have put a lot of effort into making the clouds in the game as good as possible. The clouds are not just immersive scenery, but an explorable landscape where players can fly through highly detailed cloud formations and explore tunnels, caves, and other surprises. The Burning Shores DLC will be released exclusively for PS5 on April 19. Want to get more gaming news? Subscribe and see you tomorrow.